In today's video, I will demonstrate how to configure a custom page to be returned when a client requests a page that does not exist, commonly resulting in a 404 error response. We'll be doing this using Microsoft's Internet Information Services, IIS, version 10. I already have a website configured for a small coffee shop with a few different pages we can visit. We have a home page, a menu page, and even a link to some loyalty rewards. However, it looks like somebody hasn't linked the loyalty rewards page correctly, or perhaps they misnamed the file. Either way, we get this rather ugly looking 404 file or directory not found, which of course is the standard IIS output. A lot of sites would prefer to have a custom theme error page that gives the visitor some useful options, such as returning to the home page or providing them with a search box where they could find something. I've already created a themed page called 404.html that I can view by typing the name of the file directly into the address bar. Our page even has a picture of a cat knocking a hard drive off the server, which is likely a realistic scenario if you ever did let a cat loose near a web server. Of course, we don't want visitors to have to type the 404.html manually to see it. We want IIS to display this page whenever somebody follows a bad link or types the name of a file that doesn't exist. Let's go to the IIS Manager GUI. I already have the website configured, including its bindings, so we're only going to look at configuring the error page itself. With the website selected, we can double-click on Errors Pages. In this list, we can find all of the available codes, but we specifically want the 404. Currently, IIS is configured to return one of the standard error files from the inetpub cust_err directory, and there are multiple languages available within those folders. We're going to override that behavior. Let's select 404, we'll choose Edit, and we'll pick Insert Content from Static File into the error response, but without the language option. For the file path, I'm entering 404.html. Notice something very important here. This is a relative path from the root of the website files themselves. Click OK, return to the browser, and let's try our broken loyalty rewards link again. We get our custom error page. Even if we type some random address into the bar, IIS still returns the same custom page. There's an easy mistake to make here that can cause quite a bit of trouble. If I put a backslash in front of the file name, IIS can no longer find the file correctly. Instead of our custom page, we get yet another error telling us that the resources we're looking for has been removed, renamed, or is temporarily unavailable. That is because IIS is interpreting the value differently than we intended to. Let's put this back to 404.html. There are two other options available, so we'll look at these quickly as well. The first option is execute a URL on this site. For example, I can enter /404.html. Now let's return to the website and follow the broken link again. Visually, we get exactly the same result. Our custom error page appears, however, there is an important difference that is not visible to the user. With the static file error response we used previously, the browser received our custom page while the HTTP response still had the correct 404 status code. With execute a URL on this site, IIS internally executes the specified URL, and in this example, the URL successfully returns a 200 response. Why do we want this? Well, one reason is that the error page doesn't necessarily have to be a static HTML file. For example, I created a small ASP page called missing.asp. Instead of simply inserting a static file, IIS can execute this page when the error occurs. The ASP code can dynamically generate content. In this example, I've included the current time on the error page. If we follow the broken link again, IIS executes missing.asp, and we can see the displayed time has been dynamically generated. That's the purpose of the second option. The final option is the respond with a 302 redirect. Instead of IIS generating the error response itself, we can tell the browser to go somewhere else completely. For demonstration purposes, I'll enter the URL to Google's website for their 404.html. Now, when I follow the broken loyalty rewards link, IIS sends a 302 redirect response, and the browser follows that redirection to the new location. We can confirm the 302 response in the browser's developer tools. There's one final issue worth mentioning because this caused me a lot of trouble while preparing the demonstration. Initially, I tried entering the complete file system path to the custom error page, something like c:/inetpub/coffeecat/404.html. This seemed completely reasonable because that's what the default actually was. It was a full absolute path. However, entering a full file system path here results in an internal error with a 500 code response. So don't use Windows full file system path here for this setting. For the insert content, make sure to specify a relative path from the site's root.